cities like Baltimore, Philly, Chicago, etc., they're seeing a huge rise in homicides. I mean, we're talking like upwards of 800% in some cities, like crazy numbers that are reminiscent of 1992, 1993. Now, you and I lived in LA in 1992 and 93, so we remember how crazy it was. Not necessarily with us, but just around us. But why do you think we're going backward in that regard?
I was just watching an interview the other day on television, on Facebook. Guy had an interview. He was an interview with a news reporter. He said he was there when some white guys dropped off a Nike bag full of guns and told the brothers in the community, go protect yourself, okay? I remember back in the 90s, there was a train, door left open, train just sitting there, guns, full of guns. They forgot the bullets though. So somebody dropped off a van full of bullets a few weeks later. What? So, dude, I'm telling you, I'm not telling you something that I heard, okay? I'm telling you what I've experienced. So when you put people in that position, no money, I'm not gonna make no excuses for it, no money, but it's like you provide them with the tools to self-destruct, and that's what they do. That's what they do. They can find a reason, because now, just like some of them cops, these guys now got bigger hearts because they got a 9mm in their hand. The same guy wouldn't be willing to pull the trigger if he had to stand there and go face to face with somebody, because he can hop in the back of a car, shoot out the window, and keep going. Okay, he'll do something he might normally wouldn't do. Same thing with some of these cops. If they didn't have a gun or a badge, they might be some of the nicest guys you met, because I got this gun and this badge, and I got this blue wall around me. I can be an asshole and have backup, have a lawyer, okay? So, and then second of all, man, every place you talked about, I might get in trouble for this one right here though. Every place you talked about is in the Midwest. The Midwest is a hotbed for white supremacists. I'm not saying this is the case, but if you got a tornado and the tornado is busting out windows, and all of a sudden you decide to bust out some extra windows because it's a tornado going, a whole lot more windows can get busted out and get blamed on the tornado. You follow what I'm saying? If you
right
follow,
there, I'm with you.
Okay, and sometimes, man, you know, it just amazes me why all of a sudden do we have an 800% increase in gang violence in these cities? Well, these cities are surrounded by cities that ain't black. Chicago is in Illinois. Illinois is known for having being a hotbed for racial violence. I mean, white supremacy. Okay, it ain't all. The whole city is not Chicago. Chicago itself is a racist city and been a racist city forever. So if you already got a problem with certain so and so, we can add to the problem, and nobody would think different of it. Just like with these, some
sort of puppet master behind the scenes, maybe
puppet masters, agitators. When you see
that goes along the lines of how I feel about everyone that's getting arrested at these protests and these protests that are behind Black Lives Matter, and it's all white people. Yeah. It's all white people burning these things down. Yeah. It's literally all white people burning this stuff down. It's not. No. You turn on the news anytime. It's all white people.
Right. So you got people saying they're on your side, but they're making you look horrible in the eyes of the public. Okay? Mm-hmm. They make you look horrible in the eyes of the public, and then when a few brothers do run into a Target or a store to do some stuff, that becomes the frontline news. Okay? I do a lot. I follow this very, very closely, man. And I read an article, and the sheriff thought the sheriff.
Hold on, Lonzo. Hold on. 1 second.
I'm good.
We'll wrap this up in a bit. Go back like 50 seconds, man. I'm sorry. We hit another snag, and I didn't hear anything you said.
I read an article, and it was a sheriff, and he arrested like 100-some people at a so-called Black Lives Matter protest, but 85 people of the 100-some people arrested was white and out of town, from out of town. Okay?
Exactly.
It was white and from out of town. So you got, and here's something that people don't understand, man. Being a political junkie like I am, when you get to be old, you start following politics, because that's instead of gang life, because it's the same bullshit. It's just high level bullshit.
Yeah.
If this stuff continues at this rate, okay, if you keep having cops getting shot, you keep having protests, it could be considered anarchy. If we have anarchy, Donald Trump can declare martial law. Martial law will suspend the goddamn election. If he think he gonna lose, okay. So if you out there, if you got enough people reacting, black or white, okay, people reacting to whatever is going on in these streets, if he decides to call martial law, that's the one time that the election can be suspended, can be held off, whatever the case may be. Okay, so especially if you see all these white faces coming in to help. Well, I appreciate the help. Okay, help me at the ballot box. Okay, help me at the ballot box. I don't need you to give me no bricks. I don't need you to write on the walls. I don't need you fucking with these police, because they come to my house. You're going back home. Okay, you're going back home. You're gonna do your dirt and go back home. I got to live with these police. Okay, me and my folks got to ride down the street and at these summits with these big ass black asses on, staying your ass down like you was at out last night. I don't live far. I live right down the street from the protest been going on for the past 10 days for my man that got shot on 109th. Okay, I can hear the helicopter. I'm so close to it. I can hear the helicopter. I can hear the smoke bombs going off. Okay, I can smell the smoke and some of the tear gas as it dissipates and the wind blows it towards my house. Okay, if I'm outside, I can smell it. It's very pungent. Okay, it's a very pungent smell. And I noticed that not this Saturday, but last Saturday, helicopters were flying everywhere, man. It was helicopters all over, about 3 or 4 of them. I kept hearing this boom, 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 boom. It wasn't a gunshot, wasn't fireworks. And then the next morning, I went outside. You could, God damn, what's that funky smell? And I watched the news, and they were saying right there on Normandy and Imperial, where the sheriff station is, they had a big protest, and they used crowd dispersing, non-lethal weapons, and some rubber bullets, flashbangs, tear gas, all the stuff was in the air. And so a few people were arrested, and the few people I saw that got arrested was white.